For us at Wake Forest as an endowment, we really worry about the mindset of the constituents, the board of trustees, the alumni, the professors, the administration, the students, their parents. And one of the challenges for endowments is it's always really trying to grasp the brass ring, trying to be number one, where you rank in the Kubo, how you do against your peer group. And that's probably not the best reason to focus on, not the best thing that endowment should be striving to do. So we really focus on protecting the endowment first and foremost. It's a bit of a change from trying to be a top quartile manager or top quartile endowment and focus on what the endowment will be 100 years from now. So protecting it, performing over inflation, and providing to the university is first and foremost our number one priority. I think the second thing we worry about a lot is inflation. It's hard to hedge. We have a part of our portfolio that's certainly set up to hedge a portion of it. The problem is when you put a third of your portfolio in a hedge position on inflation, you only hedge that third of the portfolio. Trying to find ways to hedge the broader portfolio with the understanding that right now we're looking at a deflationary environment. How do we take advantage of that asset mix today and also hedge for tomorrow? So that's a big risk for us. The third we think is sort of the local problem. We think municipalities right now are having problems. Having places in Denver have locals pay for parks and putting pools under churches, and you saw 70 banks fail year to date, and the FDIC balance sheet going to where it is today, with 700 banks on the watch list, really makes us nervous. And we think the local problem in the US is going to cause some problems to the local markets and the broader markets, and it's probably the next shoe to fall. And it's very hard to short municipal bonds. So we're really concerned about the local risk in municipalities in the US. One of the areas we really focused on was some of these levered ETFs, and we really think it's a problem. We look at the 2 or 3 times levered ETFs and the short ETFs, and the correlation between the prices of the underlying and the ETF is dramatically wrong. And we think it might be a license to steal some of those levered ETFs. So we're really concerned about it. But we do think it's, in some cases, a cheap way to get beta. So we do have ETFs in our portfolio. It's a big part of our strategy on a tactical basis, primarily because it provides liquidity. And liquidity is very important to us. So ETFs are here to stay, but we're concerned about some of them, especially the levered ones. You know, I think one of the problems with populism is there's got to be a bad guy. You got to point to the disease and not the cure. And I think if I had my druthers and said, okay, who's going to run the economy, Congress or Goldman Sachs, I'd pick Goldman Sachs every time. But you know, the banks have to get smaller and less profitable, and that's a good thing. And things will change, but overall I think Goldman, at the end of the day, I have a lot of confidence in what they're doing, just like I do Morgan Stanley and Credit Suisse and some other banks. So I'm less concerned about Goldman than I am about Congress.